I'm Amber. Let's hop in our imaginary time machine and zoom back to 18th century China. Today, we're diving into the luxurious world of the classic novel Dream of the Red Chamber to uncover three amazing summer treats: lychees, sulao, and lotus leaf soup. Think of this book as the ultimate portrait of Eastern aristocratic life, packed with poetry, drama, and mouth-watering descriptions of food. The cooling delights that had those nobles swooning back then, we can still enjoy them today. Even cooler, they hold secrets to summer wellness passed down for over 2,000 years. First up, our superstar, the lychee. Take a look. This jewel-like ruby red fruit. In ancient China, lychees were the ultimate status symbol. History tells us that after imperial consort Yang entered the palace, Emperor Xuanzang of Tang would do anything to make her happy, including ordering fresh lychees rushed from the far south. The New Book of Thames records, the consort adored lychees and insisted on them fresh. So, they set up a relay of horses, racing thousands of miles to the capital Chang'an, so they arrived tasting like they'd just been picked. Why was she so obsessed? First, beauty. The Tang dynasty loved a fuller figure. Lychees are super sweet, and the ancients believed they nourished the blood, giving skin that plump, rosy glow. Second, stress relief. Partying with the emperor all night, lychees were thought to calm the nerves. Third, homesickness. She fondly remembered eating them as a child in Shu. Later, discovering even sweeter lychees in Guangdong, she demanded them from there instead. Keeping them fresh was a national effort. They used bamboo tubes as cool boxes, stuffing whole branches inside, sealing them with wax to trap moisture and slow spoilage. They even dipped the stems in wax. Combined with ice from underground cellars, the transport was insane. Relay horses swapped every 10 miles, covering 500 miles a day. From Guangdong to Chang'an took 11 days. From nearer Fuling, just 3. The poet Dumu captured it perfectly. One horse raises red dust. The consort smiles. No one knows it's a lychee that arrives. In Dream of the Red Chamber, the frail Lin Daiyu felt dizzy after eating lychees. This wasn't the fruit's fault. 2. The ancients. Lychees weren't just fruit. They were medicine, food. Traditional Chinese medicine sees every part as precious. The sweet tangy flesh is warm, believed to strengthen the spleen, nourish the liver, build blood, and calm the spirit. Got a weak spleen and diarrhea? Ancient remedy. Boil 7 dried lychees with 7 red dates. Drink for 7 days. Trouble sleeping? Snack on fresh lychees to nourish the blood and aid sleep. Chilly stomachache. Warm up with lychee kanji. Wait. Warm fruit in summer. Exactly. Ancient wisdom held that while the outside sizzles in summer, our insides can feel cool and empty, like hollow bamboo. Lychee's rich natural sugars and nutrients were seen as a strategic warmth, like lighting a tiny internal furnace, helping replenish vital energy lost to the heat. How about the West? In the 19th century, lychees became exotic stars at British lychee tea parties. Today, think ice cold. Stuff them with ice cream, or float them in sparkling wine. This hot-cold combo actually aligns nicely with TCM balance. Feeling fancy? Add a few drops of rose water, a trig Lin dye you loved, instantly adding a touch of nobility. Next, maybe less famous, but super healthy, sulao. This, my friends, is a classic Beijing-style dairy treat. Think fresh milk gently steamed with fermented rice wine juice. It sets into something silky smooth like tender tofu, chilled with a hint of sweet wine fragrance. It's even mentioned in Qing dynasty records like Donghua Sualu. How's it made? Simmer full, fat milk, until just bubbling, sweeten, and cool. The key? Aged fermented rice wine. Strain the clear juice and slowly stir it into the milk. Cover with cheesecloth or punctured parchment paper. Steam gently for 20 to 30 minutes. No boiling, or it gets lumpy. Chill thoroughly, then top with melon seeds or hawthorn flakes. That's the sugar. Steamed creamy cheese, mentioned in the book. It's exactly what Jeabo saved for his maid, Shairan. This creamy, fermented milk pudding originated with northern Mongolian herders. By the Qing dynasty, it was a summer staple for Beijing's elite. Tang dynasty commoners enjoyed it too. Du Mu wrote about it, even cherry-flavored versions. Song Dynasty. Super professional. The palace had a dedicated dairy workshop. Today, northern China keeps the steaming tradition alive with palace cheese. The south got creative. Guangdong adds egg whites for double skim milk. Lingnan uses ginger juice for ginger milk curd. Why the love? Ancient folks believed Su Lao nourished yin and moistened dryness. Yin in TCM is like the body's cooling, moisturizing energy system. It was also used to soothe summer diarrhea and that grumpy, irritable feeling from hot, humid weather, what we call shanghu. In Dream of the Red Chamber, Chiron stopped Boju from eating Su Lao after he was beaten, not because of digestion, but fearing its cooling nature might hinder blood flow and healing at the injury site. Globally speaking, its texture is like Italian panna cotta, but with a fermented temps like kefir. Science confirms these fermented dairy probiotics do aid digestion and ease bloating. Try it with sweet mango chunks or a sprinkle of matcha powder for an East-West fusion dessert. Finally, the grand finale, the lotus leaf soup. An edible work of art. This soup is extraordinary. It appears in chapter 35. Boyu, just beaten by his father, is recovering in bed. His mother, Lady Wang, asks tenderly, "What would you like to eat, son?" Boyu thinks, "Nothing much. Just remember that little lotus leaf and lotus seed soup I once had." His cousin Zifeng overhears and laughs. Listen to him. Doesn't crave luxury, just the fussiest things. Why fussy? Making it was insanely laborious. Finding the molds took forever. Not in the kitchen, not in the tea room. Finally, dug up from the silverware storeroom. Tiny silver molds, just 1 inch square, intricately carved with chrysanthemums, plum blossoms, lotus seed pods, and water chestnuts, each detail being sized. As Zifeng said, these were imperial specs from past royal kitchens. The process? Extract juice from fresh lotus leaves, mix it into dough, press into tiny leaf and seed pod shapes. Simmer multiple old hens for a clear broth, then gently stew the shapes in it, infused with fresh lotus leaf fragrance. Just hearing it sounds exhausting. Imperial chefs were even fancier, using rich chicken broth in the dough itself, then painstakingly carving it into miniature lotus seed pods and petals. Steam these on fresh, vibrant green lotus leaves to infuse maximum fragrance, then serve in delicate bowls. In the book, Bo Yu, bruised and swollen in summer heat, needed this soup. Lotus leaf helps disperse stagnant blood, ease pain, and clear internal heat. Ancient wisdom. TCM sees lotus leaf as sweet and cool, targeting the spleen and stomach, perfect for clearing summer heat, reducing swelling, and dispersing stagnation. Compendium of Matia Medica praises it for generating vital energy, reducing edema. Zhangzi Yaoju, even though its regular use makes one slender, basically boosting metabolism. Ancients used lotus leaf tea for summer dizziness, thirst, or bleeding gums from heat in the blood. The genius of the soup? Combining the cooling lotus with warming chicken broth, one warm, one cool, perfect balance. Nourishing without overheating. Brilliant. Finding a Western cousin. Imagine French console meeting Italian pasta. But the pasta is shaped like adorable lotuses. Modern high-end restaurants take inspiration, creating things like herbal consomme with flower-shaped dumplings. Lotus leaf tea bags are also popular health drinks in China now. So, why have these three endured as summer classics? They perfectly embody the Chinese philosophy of healing through flavor. TCM says medicine supplements are not as good as food supplements. The character for medicine even has music, joy underneath it. The core belief: turn your kitchen into a pharmacy. Make meals your remedy. Beating the heat isn't just about chugging ice water for a shock. It's about wisely balancing inner heat. Leech's warmth strategically replenishes energy easily drained by summer. Su Lao's coolness and probiotics gently soothe hot, bothered guts. Lotus leaf soup. Like piping the cool essence of a mountain pond straight into you, driving out sticky humidity. Ultimately, food is like a magical time machine. Tasting the lychee sweetness, the Su Lao's silky smoothness, the lotus soup's fresh fragrance. Each bite connects us to ancient poets, wise healers, and those nobles chasing the ultimate refined life in their grand mansions. No matter how times change, our longing to beat the summer heat and our desire for delicious, healthy food that remains exactly the same. That's all for today's time. Traveling Food Adventure. Thanks for joining me. If you have a unique summer cool-down food secret, please share it with us all in the comments below. I'm Amber. Catch you next time.